guys smell that? Yes, honey, that is the fresh smell of passive income. Yes, cha-ching, baby. Yes, I love the smell of it. I love the sound of it and all. But no, seriously, y'all, let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about some passive income modes, right? A lot of times I know I give you guys business ideas and you guys are always trying to figure out exactly why is she throwing out these business tips? Like, who's asking for this information? Well, baby, you never know who needs that information. And I'm so thankful to each and every last one of you who did get a chance to check out the video. So thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. I want to talk to you guys about some important things or some things that you guys could really consider or maybe even use in your lifestyle.
Perfect, 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 perfect.
So, honey, yes, what's up? Welcome and welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. So, yeah. Another idea that you can consider is, of course, if you have a car or if you have multiple cars, right? Let's just say you have a car that you are not necessarily using every day or you're not necessarily driving it because you can only drive one car at a time, right? Okay, so why are we letting the car sit up? Why are we letting it rust? You know, like exactly what are you doing with the car? Could it be put to use? Yes, you can put that car to use. You can put that car on an app called Turo. Turo is an app that allows you to basically become the rental car salesman or the rental car saleswoman. Basically, all you would do is upload your information or the details regarding your specific car type. You would tell them exactly what kind of car you have, put the details in about what the car looks like, give a spicy little about the car. You know, you want everything to look good and jazzy so that people will want to rent your car. Basically, you tell them a little story about your car that others are going to like, and it's going to make shoppers or it's going to make renters want to come and get your car or use your car. Basically, it's allowing you to let others, such as out of town people, come in and they can rent your car for whatever reason or whatever the case may be. Okay, you, of course, there are stipulations, there are rules, and there are regulations. Turo does have an insurance program that covers it in case if anything does happen to the car. However, having your own insurance, of course, would also help as well. I mean, it's not like you don't have control over who your car goes to. You definitely have control, and you have the right to say yes and you have the right to say no. So it's all up to you. You're gonna have, I'm gonna give you an example of how I've used, so I'm gonna tell you guys about how I've used Turo, okay, or how I use Turo to help me. I'm gonna tell you guys about an instance where I've used Turo. Basically, what I did was I uploaded the details to my car, and I also put on there a couple of fancy pictures, you know, dressed it up, make it look real good, you know, so the customers already know that they're not getting no you know, the customers know what they're getting. They know definitely that they're getting a nice car. Okay, basically they reached out, or the customer reached out to me and was like, hey, I wanted to know about renting your car this weekend. I want to know if it was available. And yes, on Turo it allows you to have an open space or open slot so that you can allow onlookers to see if their particular weekend is available or their particular day time slots are available. Okay, you are seriously like a rental car agency at this point. Okay, once they contacted me, and I had two people at the same time at one point, so like once the customers contact me, I have the choice, the option to choose either A or B, you know, and unfortunately it's like a little competition thing, and it makes you have to choose between one or the other because it's only one car that I had out there, and more than likely you're only going to have one car on there as well. So once you put your car on there, just be mindful of that, okay? So yeah, the customer told me exactly what they had going on for the weekend. And I had the one that was like, okay, I'm going to visit family. And then I had the other customer that was like, well, I'm just trying to kick it around the town, you know, and drive around a little bit, look fancy, smancy. No, boo, I'm sorry, no. So we immediately decided that's not going to be the customer that we wanted in our particular vehicle. So unfortunately, customer A got knocked out. So with that being said, on Turo, it allows you to put in your own price. They give you like a ballpark figure on where or what they think you should charge for your rental, and that allows you to kind of say, oh, I think it's worth a little more than that, or yeah, okay, we'll work with that. You know, it just gives you a ballpoint or something to think about when it comes to pricing your particular vehicle on the site, okay? The people come to you, so you don't want them to necessarily come to your house. You would meet them at a particular location, a set location that you guys, you know, set up or whatnot. It's usually safe, it's secure, it's nothing wrong with it, there's no issues, no problem, no robbing, none of that stuff, okay? It's legit people, okay? And if you feel scared or if you feel like it's gonna be something that ain't right, of course, you know, meet up at police stations, meet up at fire stations, meet up somewhere like that, okay? Always be safe than sorry, okay? Once the customer is handed over the car, they have freedom to do whatever they like to do in a normal rental. You know, of course, there are stipulations. Of course, you can set your ground rules on whether you want smoking in the car or if you want pets in the car, babies, whatever the case may be. You put your own rules and limitations on it because it is your vehicle and they have no choice but to respect it. Now, just like a real rental car place, if they do not abide by your rules or if you feel like your rules have been compromised, then you have a right to sue, or you have the right to charge for whatever it is that you did not agree with that the customer did. Like, you have their card on file basically, so it's nothing to it, you know. So if they decide they want to act up and they want to play these games, they just have to be mindful that, you know, hey, I got your information on deck, boo. This is not what you want. You don't want to go there, you don't want to play. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind, okay? Even if you're a renter or if you are a agent, keep that in mind, okay? So just to give you guys an idea of how much you can make on the Turo app. My car was a 2017 Chevy Malibu. I put my car on there and they told me that my car was around 54-ish a day. That's how much I could get a day for my particular car being rented out, which to me I think was pretty decent. However, on the weekend, I feel like I can get a little more. So I felt like a $10 adjustment for the weekend would be sufficient. So I went for $64 a weekend. So you're looking at $64 times whatever amount, you know, for your 3-day weekend. Like, you set your own rules, like I said, so you can have the 3-day weekend, like how I think it's Enterprise that does the 3-day weekend special, where you can get it for so long and you pay this particular price or whatever, and then during the weekday it's a little cheaper. So that's kind of how I base my scale of how I wanted to price my car, and that's something that you guys can keep in mind or use as well, okay? Now, there are some limitations to Turo. I think that the car does have to be at least I want to say 2000. It has to be a 2000 something. I don't think it could be a 1990 anything. You know, it has to be an up-to-date car. Everything has to be working properly on the car, and it has to be registered, okay? So don't think you're just gonna go pull that old Chevy thing out the back and put it on there. No, it's not gonna work like that, boo. Don't even try it, okay? So yeah, if you were doing this for like a weekend, you're looking at a good $195, probably $200. Turo only takes like a minimum amount, okay, you know, just for using their app, using their services and the insurance that you get from them. So it's not anything hefty, okay? If you're doing it through the weekday and they're keeping your car from like Monday to Friday, that's an easy $270 something for me, if with my car being at $54 a day. So it just depends on your car. It just depends on exactly what you have. But I mean, if the car is just sitting there and not doing anything, why not make $1 or $2 off of it? You know what I'm saying? Something's better than nothing. Don't just let it sit there and rot and just wait on you to drive it here and there every now and then. Put the thing to use, honey. Get your coins back off of it. And guess what? If you have 2 cars, it also helps that when you got that one car, that car may be paid off. Even if the car is not paid off, you can still use that car on your Turo app. So it's just all up to you. But that money can be used to make a down payment. Well, that money that you make can be used to go towards your car payment or your car note on whichever car you need to pay it on. So just think about that, okay? Of course, you need a way around. So you're not going to necessarily put a car on there that you using every day. So yeah, use common sense. You know exactly what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you guys so much again, and I hope you guys found this video extremely helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I cannot wait to see you guys back soon. And I love you guys. Thank you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that bell, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Bye-bye. Bye, baby.